Consistency is the playground of dull minds. Hello there and welcome. This is Rujit Dave and this is the book review of the book I have recently read, the best-selling book Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. Professor Harari is a history professor and he has written this phenomenal account on the history of humankind. I read this book and after reading the book I thought I'll do a short video and tell my experience and my insights that I got from this book and share it with you all. The book goes on from history to culture to mythology to spirituality to money and to science. It covers a wide range of topics. You know guys, what compelled me to read this book? Actually, when I was going through my social media feed one day, I saw a video of India Today conclave in which Professor Harari was speaking. And in that little video, I saw that the interviewer asked him about his experience with Vipassana meditation. That struck me. And Professor Harari went on to describe that how he is practicing Vipassana meditation for the last 17 years. And it helped him write this book. So I thought, I am also into Vipassana meditation. And I thought, let me read this book as well. So that thing pushed me into reading this book. I had already bought this. This was sitting on my shelf. But I prioritized it because of that video that I saw. I'll give the link to that video in the description box below. The book starts from the point where Homo sapiens first started to appear back in Africa. And the book goes on to describing various phases of evolution of Homo sapiens. It also describes the evolution of our cognizance. The author in here describes the human history in forms of revolutions. The first one being cognitive revolution, then the agricultural revolution, then the unification of humankind, and lastly, the scientific revolution. The book is written in a lucid manner and it is full of insights and useful information. Even if you don't like history, you'll find this book interesting because it not only considers the facts and figures of history, but it gives an insight as well to the things and the concepts that shape our present reality. What were the key moments in history which shape our present reality? Now let me tell you guys what I found best in the book. The thing that I like the best about this book is how Professor Harari takes on religion and mythology using scientific facts. He says the beliefs that we believe in, the religious beliefs that we have, are nothing but our imagined orders. Religion is nothing but group beliefs. Religion is something that a group of people collectively believe in. Professor Harari takes on this belief in a satirical way. I'll read a quote from the book. He says, "You could never convince a monkey to give you a banana, promising him limitless bananas after his death in the monkey heaven." You see, you can only make a human believe that. That is the power of social constructs. That is the power of beliefs. There's an interesting quote from the book. Professor Harari says, "Ever since the cognitive revolution, humankind has always believed in dual reality. One is the objective reality and another is the imagined reality. Objective reality is the rivers, the forest, the trees that we see with our eyes. Imagined reality are gods, corporations, laws, rights, duties, and all those. Those do not exist in real life. They just exist in the collective imagination of humankind. But in the last decades, we are seeing an amazing shift in the human history. The objective reality now depends on our imagined reality. Objective reality face existential crisis from the imagined reality. That is, our trees, forest, and animals are facing threats due to imagined realities like corporation, companies, and everything. Professor Harari also takes on culture. Culture is nothing but group habits, right? So He says, culture tends to argue that it forbids only that is unnatural. But nothing is unnatural, because what is unnatural can never exist. If it exists, it is not unnatural, it is natural. Biology enables, culture forbids. Professor Harari also talks about theology. He says, monotheism, that is, the belief in a single God, explains order, but it is mystified by evil. If there is only one God, then who is doing this all evil? And whereas dualism explains evil, but is puzzled by order. Thus, there is only one logical way to this conclusion, that there is only one God and he is evil. And that is very hard to stomach for anyone in entire history. At last, Professor Harari also describes about happiness, the eternal question in human existence. What makes humans really happy? And Professor Harari takes on the philosophy of Vipassana meditation. He says, happiness does not really depend on objective conditions of either wealth, health, or even community. Really, or rather, it depends on the correlation between objective conditions and subjective expectations. Let me say that one more time. Your happiness depends upon objective conditions and subjective expectations. The best line that I found in this book, I'll narrate it to you. Nobody is ever made happy by winning the lottery, buying a house, getting a promotion, or even finding a true love. People are made happy by one thing and one thing only: the pleasant sensations in our body. The person who just won the lottery or found new love jumps from joy is not really reacting to the money or the lover. He or she is reacting to the various hormones coursing through her bloodstream. That means the happiness does not depend upon external things. It is upon the external conditions, but internal expectations. What makes you happy is within you. Lastly, I would like to tell that if you are interested in human psychology, philosophy and spirituality, this book is a must read. You got to read this book. This is one of the best books written in modern era. And no doubt it is already a bestseller. If you're not in history too much, you'll find this book drags a little bit in the middle. There's too much of facts in there. But along with those facts are some wonderful insights as well. If you are a student of history, psychology, and overall if you like behavioral sciences, this book is a must read. For a guy like me who is very much into personal development, this book was a treat to read. After all, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. And I will surely recommend it for you guys to read it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any suggestions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please do it right now. And see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.